volunteering their time. I had my grandma and Aunt Evie, but I was missing a mom, and I wanted one. And then everything changed. Someday I plan to ask my parents what happened, but right now all I remember is my dad and I moving into the twins' grandparents' home, where I had my own room, 2 sisters, and a mom who loved me without me asking her to. Many have asked why our parents aren't married, and honestly, we don't have an answer. Everything about our family is backward, and we have our dad to thank for it. He's never allowed the twins to forget their father, and made sure each of us carried a piece of him, even though my dad and I never met him. Truth be told, it doesn't bother us that our parents aren't married. You wouldn't know it by looking at them, or even us. My parents dote on each other, share the same last name, although we've all decided to use James for the most part, and act like they're still on their honeymoon. It's all rather sickening, and my sisters and I have taken to calling before we walk into their condo. I've seen parts of my parents that no child, teen, or grown man should ever have to see, and I don't want to talk about what I've heard by showing up uninvited. All I know is that I want what they have. Up until my sister Elle moved out and started shacking up with her best friend, turned boyfriend, I've been lonely. Dating isn't always easy considering who my family members are. Once they figure out I'm Harrison James's son, they want to know everything about him and my uncles. I get it. They're popular. And I'm just a guy who plays in coffee shops, happy with the tips I make. But that doesn't mean I don't want to find someone and maybe settle down with them. Although my sisters say I need to figure my life out because it's going nowhere. To me, it's fine. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm a simpleton. I like sitting on a bar stool and playing the song I wrote to strangers, playing video games with Ben and Noah, surfing, and just hanging out at home. Growing up in the spotlight really made me crave normalcy. I don't need to be the center of attention like the rest of my family. Thankfully today, all eyes are on Peyton. We are finally ushered into Con Auditorium. Peyton's convocation is a ticketed event, and when she called our mom to tell her it was only 4 tickets per student, it didn't sit very well with Caitlin James, and she used our dad's name and a big donation to secure more. There was no way any of us were missing Peyton walking across the stage. The only people not here are my aunt and her husband Xander, Jimmy, Jenna, and Eden, and Noah's little sister who stayed back on the yacht with Ben. We're all dressed in our finest, which for my dad and myself means we actually put on slacks, ditched the combat boots and beanies, and slipped into polo shirts. My mom wanted us to wear button-downs, but both of us refused. It's too damn hot right now, and I know if I had, my shirt would be drenched and turned see-through. I can see where this benefits her if it's my dad, but not me. Noah and I sit next to each other with Elle on my other side. We've always been this foursome. Even after Noah went off to college, I'd visit more often than he could come home. For a long time, he was my only friend in Beaumont, aside from my sisters, and he understands what it was like growing up with a single parent and suddenly having a house full. He also knew how to keep Peyton level-headed. I never understood why she would get so antsy until they both came clean about their feelings for each other. Life, with them, started to make sense. They were each fighting feelings for the other, hiding what we all knew. They were meant for each other. And now they're getting married. My parents, along with Liam and Josie and our grandparents, fill most of the row. Liam's playing with his video camera, likely testing the lighting, and my dad is trying to show him something on his phone. They're like an old married couple, going as far as finishing each other's sentences. My mom and Josie are the same, though, except they seem to know what each other's thinking before the other even says anything. Noah's my best friend, but we're not even on that level yet. Don't get me started on my sisters. They're just freaky, and even after all these years, I still can't figure out the twin thing. The soft melody of music changes to the commanding bass of the graduation march. When I look around, I see nothing but phones.